Ronald Reagan said the difference between a Republican and a Democrat is a Republican believes every day. Is my mic on? Oh, sorry. All right. Ronald Reagan said the difference between a Democrat and a Republican is that a Republican believes every day is the 4th of July and a Democrat believes every day is April 15th. So we need to change that, and the fair tax is the answer. I'm a supporter of the fair tax. The fair tax makes our products more competitive overseas. Makes them so they have lower costs here. And then the part that appeals to me, having been on the bench, is it makes it so that everybody, not just law-abiding, hard-working citizens like you and I, have to pay for government services. Right now, we don't do that with an income tax. But the fair tax, being a consumer-based tax, a sales tax, it means the illegal immigrant, the person paid under the table, the drug dealer, they are all paying taxes as well. And you're able to make decisions at the marketplace. Do you want to shop at Goodwill where there won't be a tax, or do you want to go to JCPenney's? Do you want to buy a house that somebody else built, or do you want to build your own? And you have the ability to make those decisions yourself. So the fair tax, I believe, is the answer, and I absolutely support that.
When I was in graduate school studying tax structures, there were a little jingle they taught us: he who hopes a faultless tax to see, hopes what ne'er was or is or e'er shall be. But if you had to pick the worst of all tax situations, it would be something that looked pretty close to what we have right now. And if you guys just did your taxes and had to deal with all the formulas for alternative minimum tax and all that stuff, you know how difficult it is. And there's tens of thousands of pages of IRS rules. Now we're hiring tens of thousands more IRS agents to come in and check us out. I'm supportive of the flat tax or the fair tax. It's that they're not the same. The concepts are similar. I'm supportive of taxing consumption instead of productivity like we do now. We punish the people that are producers. And we're very near that tipping point where half the people aren't paying taxes, and they warned us, our founding fathers warned us about this. When people realize they can vote the largesse of the treasury to themselves, that it's near a period of time when our government may not continue.
I also believe very strongly, as I have platformed from the first day of my campaign, we have to have tax reform in this nation. It's absolutely essential for a lot of the reasons that we've been talking about. When you've got half of the population paying taxes to support the other half of the population, I mean, we're not just talking about just people not paying taxes. We're talking about people that are actually on government payroll. We got half the people paying taxes for the other half of the people just being employed by the government. There's a lot of things that need to change. And we have to have tax reform in the United States of America. I would be for a fair tax or a flat tax. I think that there are pros and cons to both of them. I think either one of them by light years will be better than what we've got right now. By light years. Alexis de Tocqueville said this. He said, the American Republic will endure until Congress discovers that they can bribe the public with the public's money. Isn't that what's happening? They're bribing us. They're bribing us.
Okay, unfortunately we're out of time, and I apologize if we didn't get to your name. Come back when Mr. Space is here. We're going to give each one of the candidates 1 minute for a wrap, and we'll start with Ron. Yeah.
Well, thanks so much to everyone who came out tonight to help make this event successful. Once again, how many minutes do we have on this? 1 minute. Yeah, well, we'll be brief. I'm a candidate who has been in Columbus, who has fought the establishment. I have fought the establishment in elections. I have fought them in the legislature. When they want, like I said, I'm under Republican rule. Whether it's Democrat or Republican rule is immaterial to me. If we're not going to be uphold to our Constitution, if we are going to do anything other than promote the free market, lower taxes, less regulation, our platform, the platform of the Republican Party that is not endorsed by the party establishment, I'm the candidate of the party platform and not the establishment, and certainly appreciate your vote.
A lot of people ask me who I am. I tell them I'm three things. I'm a Christian, conservative, capitalist. See, I believe we need to end abortion in this nation. I will not leave my morals at the door when I go to Washington. I am a conservative. I believe in the limits placed on the federal government by the Constitution, and we must stick to those. And I'm a capitalist. I've been in business management for over 20 years, and with the economy the way it is, to me it just makes sense to send somebody to Washington with business experience and not a politician and not a lawyer or even a pastor. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, whether you're running your household or you're running your business like I do and write paychecks, when you're doing that, you have limited resources. And when you're looking at a campaign, every campaign has 3 resources and 3 resources only: time, money, and people. We've already talked about which candidate has the most money and why tonight. You need to be looking at who has the time and the people, because that is the answer in November. Zach Space has got the big war chest. We need to have the candidate who's going to outwork him, who's put the miles on their car, who's out meeting with the people, who's out in the counties getting the work done today. Not who's saying they're going to do it tomorrow, who's getting it done. Who's organized the people, who has people on the ground, knocking doors, making phone calls. Because what we learned from Barack Obama is this: Hillary Clinton had the name ID, she had the money, and Barack Obama won because everywhere he went, he said, can you call 10 friends? Can you text 10 friends? Can you email 10 friends? Can you ask 10 friends to send me $100? Ladies and gentlemen, you the people not only vote, you the people are the boots on the ground. You can beat money every time.
First of all, I want to thank you again for coming out tonight and for being informed and interested in this race. I also want you to know, and I want to say this in front of the other candidates, that they're all good people. I think highly of all of them. Any one of them would represent our district better than what is being represented right now. When I speak to you from my heart. I don't have notebooks up here. My heart's open. I'm concerned about the future of our country. I'm not a career politician. I've never been elected to public office in my life. I've been a cabinet official. I've been confirmed 5 times for the Ohio Senate, once by the U.S. Senate. I've had the FBI background checks. I've done all that. I've had a box seat to see government. I've had battles with people, like Betty Montgomery. But Betty Montgomery will tell you that if she had to pick one person to be in a foxhole with her, she would pick me. I'm the only candidate in the race with cabinet-level executive experience, the only one with foreign policy experience, the only one with national security experience, and it would be a high honor for me to represent you in the U.S. Congress.